There's a wide receiver and a running back in fantasy right now that I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole. These two players have raised major concerns so far in training camp, and I'm just not willing to put them on my fantasy teams. Starting with the wide receiver who's going to be Chris Godwin. He suffered a dislocated ankle back in week 7 of last year and then had another minor surgery earlier this offseason in the spring. He's on the PUP list right now throughout training camp, and they're saying they're hopeful he's ready for week 1, but we've seen this time and time again with Chris Godwin, as he's been an injury-prone player, as he's already torn his knees up. And after he tore his knees back in 2021, he did a long-term health rehab, which took him weeks into the season. So week 1 return for him is nothing guaranteed, and I think it's more than likely we don't see him until weeks 4 or 5. As well as they just drafted his replacement in Mecca Ibuka, I don't think there's a high ceiling for Chris Godwin at his round 7 value. And our next player is a running back who's the RB35 on Sleeper and is going as an 8th round pick, and that's Najee Harris. We have zero update on his eye injury, and the further and further this goes along, the more we get zero details. His injury was originally labeled as superficial, but we haven't even seen his face yet, as he's only come out to training camp a few times, and every single time he's wearing glasses, has his hood up, or has a hat on. Coaches will say they're in good spirits about him coming back for week 1, but that is far from guaranteed as well, as they just signed Naheem Hines to the roster, which only gives me more concern, is why would you sign a running back if you already have a great running back duo if they're going to be healthy? So I feel like he's not going to be there for the start of the season. Naheem Hines is just there for some extra backup, and he's going to miss some time with this eye injury, and if it's a retina injury, this could be a multi-week, multi-month injury, and we could not see Najee Harris for way longer than we think.